Delonte, you provided us with a great overview of your work at UIC, a lot of the theory, a lot of the why, and a lot of the implementation of what you've been doing. But now we want to get down to practice. And so for our listening audience, our educators who are listening to this podcast, what is something that you can share with them that would lead them into building up anti-racist classrooms for their students that they serve?
Oh, that's a really good question. Here's the first thing I hope folks take away, if they don't take away anything else, is I continue to grapple with ensuring that I am not perpetuating perfectionism in my efforts to be more anti-racist as a black man. And I'll even name as a black man as a important element because there's elements of my identity that I think that intersects with like the way that I show up and how do I continue to show up authentically in the best way that I can, given the best parts of myself to this work. So one, I'll name that because like I want people to think they're gonna leave our work as a perfect anti-racist because there is no such thing.
No such thing.
But I'll name like a very low-hanging fruit thing that folks can do is like find ways to get student input in your systems. Like I know we have teachers in our spaces where like maybe it's once a week, bi-weekly, they have opportunities to like get student input around like how the lessons are, whether it's a survey, whether it's like a one-on-one conference, just like giving them space to provide feedback on like how the lesson is going. And then thinking about how do you now use that student voice to like revamp and change it. I would say like our students are brilliant and like amazing and they have so much capital they bring to our spaces. And if like we all can create structures, and I'm even thinking about this as myself, I'm answering this question, like how do I even create structures to like where I can intentionally get student input on a thing so I can continue to go back and evaluate that. It can be a system, but I also think it can also be just rooted in relationships and like asking kids like, hey, how is this going? And then like identifying patterns to then revise and revamp and refine a practice or a system.
Delonte, I want to thank you personally, man, for joining and changing the course, building an anti-racist education. And before we leave, we just ask each of our guests to please read our grounding quote.
Oh, definitely. To love all children, we must struggle together to create the schools we are taught to believe are impossible. Schools built on justice, love, joy, and anti-racism.
Delonte, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother.